Get ready for an exciting two-part series where I go a little bit more in depth introducing our 7 hens. It's Nicole, hello from Dear Diary Country Life. I know I'm inside today. Usually I'm filming outside, which is my preferred place to be out here, but it is storming. It's really storming today, and I felt like, it might be a little distracting to be covered in rain for a long time. Our poor hens are taking cover. We put some extra tarps to cover up their chicken run as much as possible. And thankfully it's not super cold. It's just really kind of wet and annoying. So I realized that I have done a lot of content about our chickens. If you've been watching along, you've probably seen a lot of shorts where I kind of talk briefly about each of them when somebody does something interesting or one of them laid their first egg, all that sort of business. But I haven't really done an in-depth video where I just really focus on the hens one by one. So I thought it would be kind of interesting and fun to do that because they deserve some attention. They get a lot of attention, but I think it's fun to give them a little bit more special individual attention. So I'm gonna break this into 2 videos. I'm gonna do the first 3 in this video and then the final 4 in the next video. We got our hens from a farm in Petaluma, and we got them about 6 months ago. They are 9 months old now. They're all laying eggs, and when we got them, we didn't really know what breeds they were, and I have to give Dennis all the credit here because he's the one who picked all of them out. We were originally planning on having 6, and he came home with 7, which was fine. I really can't imagine not having all 7 of them now, and it's a really good mix, and it's worked out well. So 7's a pretty good number. It's very manageable, and even though they don't spend time with us inside our homes, we definitely consider them pets and really, really cherish, family members. So I've seen videos of people who have hens and they haven't named them or don't name all of them, and that's totally fine. I think people have chickens for different reasons, but for us, we thought it would be fun to name them, and a lot of their names kind of go along with their personalities. So you'll see the reasoning behind that. I am going to start first with, who will I go with first? I will start with Rosie. Rosie was our first hen to lay an egg, and she laid a double yolker. It was pretty incredible. We've always kind of considered her the mother hen of the flock. She's always been one of the largest, and she kind of keeps to herself. We don't really see her interacting that much with the other hens, but she is, she's friendly. She doesn't love being picked up or anything, but it also doesn't bother her too much. And from what we know, she is a barred rock breed. So we have, out of our 7 hens, we have 3 that are Orpington variety, and then the rest of the 4 are all different varieties. So from what we know, she's a barred rock, and she looks her feathers are mainly black and white, but when the sun hits them in a certain direction, some of the darker feathers have this really pretty kind of iridescent green color. So she's really just a beautiful hen, and she produces some of the largest eggs. She and Brave are the ones who have really, really large eggs. So her eggs, we always know her eggs because they are the lighter brown. They're the largest lighter brown egg whenever we have eggs, and we have eggs most days these days. So speaking of Brave, we will talk about Brave next. Brave is a Rhode Island Red, and we named her Brave because she's a redhead, and she was brave. She was the one who straight out of the box just wasn't really afraid of us. I remember when we first brought them home, Dennis left the farm with them in this big U-Haul box. They were all together, and he sent me a photo on the way home, and they're just so tiny and their little heads were sticking out. And so we kind of, let them out into the run, and they just seemed kind of disoriented. You know, this was a very different environment, and most of them kind of stuck together. They all kind of scurried, you know, to one corner and stuck together. And Brave just wasn't really afraid. She was kind of curious, looking around. She was probably the first hen that let me pet her. She's just very outgoing, and she's a character too. She likes to photobomb whenever I'm trying to do a video. So she is, again, as I said, she lays the second largest eggs, and her eggs are a deeper kind of reddish brown color. Hers are the darkest of all of the eggs, so we always know which egg is a Brave egg. For our third hen in this video, I will talk about Punkie. Punkie they're all very unique, but I think Punkie is probably one of the most unique hens. I named her Punkie because especially when she was really young, she had this kind of little tuft of longer feathers on the top of her head. So I thought it looked like she kind of had a mohawk. So she's a punk rocker. And we found out during some research, as I said, when we got them, we had no idea what breed was what. So doing a lot of researching, I figured out that she is a gold-kissed granite olive egger. Try saying that many times fast. Gold-kissed, there you go. Gold-kissed granite olive egger. And she lays green eggs. So we knew for sure when she started laying eggs because we got these beautiful green eggs, and they are olive colored. So they vary in color. Some of them are lighter, some of them are darker. They're not the largest eggs, but they're really beautiful. Sometimes they're speckled. And Punkie's personality, she is one of the more timid of the flock. And especially lately, I've noticed she's been kind of hanging back. So I don't know if there's something kind of going on in the pecking order, but when we go out and give them treats, I've noticed that she's kind of been hanging out behind the rest of the girls. I mean, she still participates and will still take the treats, but I try to make sure that I give her a little bit of special attention and make sure that she gets her fair share too, because she is a special lady and she gives us these beautiful green eggs, and who knows, we'll see. It is also kind of interesting because we do notice that some of the hens kind of stick together as well. And I've noticed that Punkie and Carly have been kind of hanging out together, and I will tell you more about Carly, who's another special hen, in the next video. So those are the first three, and stay tuned for the next video where I follow up with the next four. So hopefully you've enjoyed getting to know a little more about all of our sweet little hens, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again really soon. Thanks for watching as always.